How are we doing today? Welcome back to my video about my rusty Jeep. We talked about the frame, floorboards last time and plans for that, axle, etc. Something I did forget is I have body mounts, 2 bolts snapped, but I have about 2 to 3 rusty body mount areas where I'm going to have to cut out and either do a safety cap or something like that. I am looking for a larger piece, not just the section pieces they sell. I think it'll be more sturdy if I weld a whole piece on for the 2 body mounts on either side. So I'm thinking I should probably do that, and the floorboard when I take the body off. But I've never taken a body off. I know how to. I just don't know if it's going to mess up any twisting. But I want to show you things that I have done. Follow me up front. Okay. Motor is completely gone over. I did an oil change, the spark plugs, I checked the filters out, a battery, checked all the fuses out, the air cleaner. I went through it, cleaned it all off. I got on Amazon, which will be on a link below, and I got a new light for it. It makes it, so it looks pretty good. For 190 something thousand miles, this actually looks pretty good. Now wait, run there, I'm going to show you something. If anybody knows what this switch is right here, pigtail is not for the box. I've gone over everything and I cannot see where the hell this thing goes. So if you know where this goes, it's not in a book when I looked for it. So I'm not sure if it's something like I don't have AC or something like that. Is there? I have no idea. So but this is a motor, it's cleaned out. I'm still probably gonna rebuild it, but as you can see, it's actually cleaner than most, I think, Jeeps that are on the road right now. So let's go over to the front over here. Okay, I made a video about the heating, the fan switch, and I'll post that. I'm not sure either before or after this video, but things I have done in here. I gutted the electrical system out from the alarm system was in there. I took all that out. There was a remote starter, which I don't understand why you have a remote starter in the standard. That was in there. I went through the wiring here. I also did something different. I made a video about how if your blower doesn't work or if it's on high, most people take this all apart, which there's videos out there how to do it. A couple bolts up here, and then pop it off. But most people just change the fan switch, which that is actually wrong. What happens is the system runs on a 12-volt system, and when your blower motor goes or is starting to go, or your resistor is dirty or starting to go, it builds up, it draws more juice. It draws up to 15 to 20 amps. And what that does is it puts a load on the switches, the pigtails, and the wiring. So this tends to blow, this will blow, and that's why you see a lot of videos back and forth, or the resistor. What you need to do in one step is switch this, check your pigtails on all these two, and if you have to change this, definitely change your resistor and definitely change the blower motor. So things you need to do if you're going to open this up: fan control, resistor, and then also the blower motor. This was so bad I actually had to change the resistor fan speed wiring. I did that too. So pretty much in here is all new wiring, heavy gauge, and I'm not worried. Since I was down here and I had this apart, I also took out the cigarette lighter, and on Amazon again, I did a dual USB port instead of a cigarette lighter. I figure no one uses a cigarette lighter, and the USB port would be more beneficial to what I need. Also, I had to put a toggle switch in since I was taking the alarm out. I basically wired it to a push start. And the reason I did that was Jeeps have a bad, when you put the key in, there's a little pin that goes out and they tend to go. So what I did was, I still can start it with the key and I shut it off with the key, but all I have to do is turn the key on to the position, hit this button, the Jeep starts. I did take out the fuse to make this, it will start in gear, and mainly I did that was because I'm working on it, it's just easier. And also there's a switch underneath your clutch pedal that I was starting to have a little bit of issue. I'm not sure if it was the pin or that, but once I took the fuse out, I don't have an issue, so that's why I did that. But if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna say it again, do this, the resistor, and the motor at the same time, and you won't have any problems for a long being. So that's everything I've done so far. minus the cutting the floorboards out, sanding the areas there that I needed to. Pretty much that's what I've done. So I have a gentleman that I called today, and he makes frames. $2,000 to buy a brand new frame that he puts together. I also have another gentleman in Massachusetts that gets frames from Arizona, and that's $2,000. And a third gentleman I talked to that it might bring another frame up from the Carolinas, and that's $1,200. But I'm not sure about the rest. Arizona, I know that frame's great, and everybody recommends that guy a lot. I've talked to a few people that did the new frame, but I don't know about the welds being as strong as a factory weld. Leave a comment below. I'd appreciate what you guys think about that. That's either going to be next week or the week after. I'm actually going to try and bring the camera and see if he lets me videotape, because he does all fabrication pieces for Jeeps. So that'd be nice to see if I can film that and see the shop, and let you guys see that maybe someone needs a frame out there, because it looks like there's not many frames left. Everything that I've done on the Jeep so far, through Amazon or anything, or wherever I get, I put in the link below, and I appreciate if you take a look at that. Maybe if you guys see something that you like and get something, it doesn't hurt me and it doesn't hurt you. So I would appreciate it. Floorboards, you gotta be careful. There's a lot of junk floorboards. I forgot to mention that, and there's a few that you have to bend yourself. I have one. I use it for sheet metal. It's so worthless. Get the one that's fitted. That's the one for you. I will talk to you in a few days. I appreciate you looking at the video. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all your advice in the comment section, because I want this to be more of a community for Jeepers than the forum, because the forums seem to be way more know-it-alls and not want to actually communicate, but more to tell you. I want this to be something that we can actually bounce ideas off each other. Thank you very much.